Welcome to North West Tonight with Annabelle Tiffin. Our top story. A year since the murder of Ellie Edwards, we find out how her family will be coping at Christmas. We're with Ellie's dad, Tim, as he helps the community that helped him. Also tonight, Light for a Life, how Christmas helps one hospice in the region to remember loved ones lost.
And the big question in the world of weather is, will it snow here in the northwest for Christmas? Well, I'm afraid it's not looking likely. Join me at the end of the programme. I'll give you all the details.
Four more people have been charged in connection with the murder of Ellie Edwards, who was shot outside a pub in Wallasey last Christmas Eve. The 26-year-old died when Connor Chapman opened fire as he targeted two men in a Merseyside gang feud. Two men and two women have now been charged with assisting an offender. Meanwhile, as the anniversary of Ellie's death approaches, Jane McCubbin has been speaking to her dad, Tim, about how the family will cope this year.
12 months ago, Ellie Edwards was killed. An innocent bystander shot dead on a Christmas Eve night out with friends, a murder which stunned her community and devastated her family.
How on earth are you coping this Christmas?
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? But you've got to keep going. Yeah, and it's not an option. It's not an option for me to give up. Oh, good morning.
Hey,
yeah, how are you?
How's it going?
I'm all right, Queen.
Good to see you.
And you?
So this is how Ellie's dad is coping.
Don't think you're sitting down. You've got loads to do.
As the anniversary of Ellie's murder approaches, he's helping his local community, making up food in toy hampers for families in need.
No coffee, no bacon butties
No
yet.
butties?
No, not just yet. We need
I've only
to get
come for the food.
all of these loaded on your van. Let's go.
I mean, it's the least I can do.
The community's looked after you, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
It's very humbling to know that there are good people out there.
12 months ago, Connor Chapman represented the very worst of humanity. He'd been lying in wait outside the Lighthouse pub, his intended target two rival gang members. But as he stepped out, Ellie was shot twice in the head.
When everybody woke up Christmas Day and
Yeah.
heard the news, it was unfathomable.
Absolutely. My daughter's friends were in that pub and I don't think many people around here would have slept that night. It's just horrific.
To see the family's strength this year.
Keep them coming, keep them coming.
Phenomenal.
Are these all for me?
Yeah, you wish.
You know, what he's doing for us during this festive period is amazing. When actually what's going on in his head, really.
Ellie was part of a big, loving family. A sister Lucy, brother Connor, mum, dad, nans, granddads, aunties, uncles, and a nephew. Roman was the nephew Ellie adored. And Tim is determined for Roman and his family to try and save the spirit of Christmas.
You can't allow that thing to ruin every Christmas. It's important that we still sort of celebrate Christmas a little bit because, you know, there's grandkids.
So you're going to be together?
Yeah, we're going to be together. We're going to have a meal Christmas Day. Yeah, and then, you know, Ellie will still have a place at the table.
Jane McCubbin reporting there. We've got some news just in, and ferry workers who have not agreed to new terms have been given their notice. Union Nautilus says some Isle of Man steam packet officers have been told they have 12 weeks left on their current contracts. The dispute is over plans to impose live-on-board conditions on sailings between Douglas and Heysham. The ferry firm previously said staff had until the 15th of March to change their minds. Greater Manchester Police has launched a criminal investigation into the alleged abduction of Alex Batty. The 17-year-old returned to his grandmother in Oldham after disappearing 6 years ago during a holiday with his mother in Spain. He was found 9 days ago wandering along a road in France. He's told the Sun newspaper why he escaped his mother and grandfather.
They thought about the present, they didn't think about the future. Okay, yeah, I was safe and I was always healthy, but The entire 6-year span, I made one friend, and it was the only person really that I'd met for the entire 6 years that was even close to my age. Being back with my grandma feels quite surreal. Every time I go to sleep, I feel like I'm going to be waking up back in France. It's not really kicked in yet that I am back in England.
A fire that's been burning for 2 weeks at a former waste site in Lancaster is finally out. At its peak, the city's Labour MP had asked the government for financial aid, saying that the blaze had cost more than £250,000 to control. Now, Christmas can be a particularly difficult time for people who have lost loved ones. But every year, Wigan and Lee Hospice holds a special event for relatives and friends to remember those who've died. 2 of those there this year was Mark Forshaw and his son Dylan. His wife Louise died in May. I went to meet them.
We actually met in the Asda at Pilsworth. She was reading a magazine in the cafe and I just walked past and just said anything interesting. And we just started talking.
Mark and Louise's unconventional meeting in a supermarket 20 years ago led to a 16-year marriage and the birth of their son Dylan. But in November 2021, Louise was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumour and given only a few months to live.
She was a glass half full person, very positive, everything was positive, always looked after people, very caring, very loving, just an amazing person, absolutely amazing person.
In May, on their wedding anniversary, she passed away at the age of 44. Louise died in Wigan and Lee Hospice, and every Christmas time it holds a special family event to remember those who've passed away. People can sponsor a light on their giant Christmas tree or buy their own individual one, raising much-needed funds for the hospice.
Christmas is such a special time. It's a time to be with the people that you love, and therefore for many people it can bring some sadness because of the people that they've lost, that's close to them. So they come here to really celebrate the lives of those people that are no longer with us.
Mark has raised around £11,000 for the hospice, so this year he and Dylan are doing the big switch on.
3, 2, 1, switch on!
There is a life that you've got to keep doing. As Louise kept saying to us, we have to keep moving forward, and we will, and things like this just show that there is something to celebrate people's lives and to celebrate the positives and the happiness and the positive times and the great times that we had.
We've come here today to see, visit Sheila Bell, Denise's mum. It's the first Christmas that she's not with us this year, and it's a special occasion.
It's David Carney. He passed away last year, didn't he? And then Terence Yates. Yeah, he passed away a couple of weeks ago, weren't it? It's mixed emotions, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's upsetting, but it's lovely.
It's lovely, yeah.
So, well, it's my partner Karen King who passed away in May. It's just such a lovely, warm, comforting place, and so I'm so glad that I came along. I can't speak highly enough of the hospice, and I'm glad that I came.
It's really nice. It's one of those, it's an awful time to go through, that moment when that thing happens, but this brings such a positive to it, and it reminds you it's not gone, it's still there, the light's still there, and that light's always going to be with you as well.
Now, as you may be aware, North West Tonight is following the fortunes of Barrow AFC with regular exclusive behind-the-scenes reports this season. And it's fair to say Christmas came rather early for fans of the Bluebirds this year as they emerged as genuine League Two promotion contenders. Tonight, they kick off a packed festive fixture list at Crewe Alexandra. And ahead of that, I visited their training base in Manchester to find out what Christmas is like for the players. So far, it's been a cracker of a season for Barrow AFC, but while there's fun to be had at the club's Christmas dinner, winning football matches is the obvious priority. The Bluebirds are second in League Two going into the festive fixtures, of which there are many. And this is pretty much Christmas for these players now. Football, 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 4 games in 10 days. And that will involve playing 3 of the current top 5 teams.
We signed up to be in the entertainment industry, so we've got to entertain people over Christmas, and that's our job, and that's what we need to do. Our fun comes in May and June when we go on our holidays, and much nicer weather in May and June.
Speaking of holidays, school's out for Pete's son Oliver.
Yeah, first day of his school holidays, and he's been allowed to come into work. Well, ultimately we haven't got nobody to look after him, so he has to come into work. One of the big things around Christmas is if you can get your family around it and you can spend some time with it, he loves coming in, so it just works for both parties.
How's it for you coming here, Oliver?
Fun.
Fun, yeah. Do you want to be a footballer when you grow up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you want to play for?
Whoever gives me the most money.
Yes.
We have 2 live TV games today, and it's really starting to heat up now.
Before all the football, though, comes the club's in-house darts tournament. Of course, it also makes decent content for social media.
I mean, I get on really well with them, and the lads as a whole are a great group, and we spend a lot of time together. We travel a lot together. When we travel down, I like to try and get maybe like a player to some kind of takeover on one of our social medias to again get to know these guys. I think that's one of my biggest aims here, is to get to know them not just as footballers but as people too.
Meanwhile, back at Christmas dinner,
what hides in the bakery at Christmas? What? Mince pies.
It's like the opposite to everyone else. Your mates, they're all off, telling me they're all off for 2 weeks from Friday. We're in every day for 2 weeks from Friday. And when we do want to go out after the new year, they're all knackered.
How much do you have to watch what you eat at this time, nutritional-wise?
Yeah, put on a bit of timber then, lay off the turkey, but I'm all right, I'll eat what I want Christmas Day.
You still get time with your family, you still get those memories. Then you obviously get the chance to go out and perform, and usually this time you've got family around who might not be able to get to as many games, so it's a nice time for that as well, as much as anything.
By now you should somehow realise what you gotta do.
No, Oasis haven't reformed. This is one of the club's backroom staff having his initiation.
Now we're too far ahead.
A member of Wales's successful Euro 2016 side and a seasoned Premier League player, James Chester's played through many Christmases.
Christmas is the time of year that I'm most looking forward to, I think, when I have retired to fully indulge. Certainly the Boxing Day game is something I always look forward to. It's a good opportunity, and the amount of games so close together to hopefully keep this run going that we're on at the moment.
What kind of motorbike does Santa ride? A Holly Davidson. You know, we've got our work to do on Christmas Day, and obviously we'll be in Christmas Eve, but we're playing football for a living, so you can't really grumble too much.
You made short work of that Christmas dinner.
Yeah, it was quite nice, to be fair, and I was starving.
Insert your own pun about hunger for success in 2024, but one thing's sure, the next week and a half could be season-defining. Hunger for success. Who writes this rubbish? I don't know.
Goodness knows.
Elsewhere in the wide world of football, leaders Stockport also play tonight in League Two, as do Salford City. Preston are at Swansea in the Championship, and that's about it. In fact, that's all from me, but a special treat for everyone.
Oh,
Forget the Bond film or whatever, Columbo on Boxing Day, whatever people watch. I don't know. Come on. I'm reading the news on Boxing Day. You know, stay tuned, everyone.
Now that is a Christmas treat.
I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Thank you, Ian. Yeah, forget Christmas Day. We all can't wait for Boxing Day now, can we? Now, Riding for the Disabled is a national charity which changes the lives of thousands. In 2017, Sheila Sanner set up a group in Nantwich and now runs 3 sessions a week, catering for more than 40 people. It's no surprise, then, that 3 of her colleagues got in touch to nominate Sheila for a North West Tonight Christmas star, as Judy Hobson reports.
At this riding centre in Nantwich, everyone's in the Christmas spirit. This is the Riding for the Disabled Association, or RDA, a chance for children and adults with disabilities to have therapy, fitness and fun through riding horses.
I love it because it's therapeutic, it makes me calm, and I'm just happy to be around them because I've been around them for years.
Do you feel happy when you're riding?
Yes, I absolutely love it.
The group provides sessions 3 times a week for more than 40 riders, and it's a lifeline for parents too.
Both my children are autistic, and it helps release them and calm them down after a busy day at school.
It's treat of the week because you get so excited and there's not many things you get so animated about.
It's just so calming to see him on there and relaxed, and it's just his time.
She absolutely loves it. As soon as she hears we're pulling in and hears the horses and everything, she gets very excited.
This group was set up 7 years ago by Sheila Sainer.
The benefits, whether they've got a learning disability or a physical disability, they just outweigh everything. It's the best form of physio you can have without knowing that you're having physio. It's great fun. Communication builds confidence, we can set goals, it's activity, they get tired, they get excited.
But Sheila doesn't know that today she's been nominated for a North West Tonight Christmas Star by 3 of the group's trustees.
Sheila is just completely dedicated to riding for the disabled. She's been doing it for years and years. She set this group up from scratch, raised the funds, gathered all the volunteers, bought the ponies, and she's really, truly inspirational leader.
Olivia started coming to this group a year ago.
Sheila's amazing. She puts all her heart and effort into the RDA. The sessions here are absolutely wonderful.
And it's Olivia who will present Sheila with our Christmas Star.
Sheila, I speak on behalf of all the volunteers, riders, parents and carers. We want to thank you for your hard work, dedication, support and effort. You have really changed lives. Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you. This is for all of you because you are the stars. I'm just here to hopefully make it happen. So thank you, all of you, and thank you. I think I'm the lucky one in all of this. It's a wonderful life when you see what you can do for other people. It's so rewarding. It really is. Thank you.
Congratulations, and congratulations to all our Christmas stars this year. And from one Christmas star to another, 9-year-old Ruby May, who's in the centre there, was born with a rare condition called septo-optic dysplasia, which means she has very limited vision. She's always loved to sing, though, and a few weeks ago she was the star of the show at Alder Hayes Christmas Lights Switch On. Richard Smirk went to meet her at her local singing club in Wirral.
Ruby's a little singer, she's a star. From a very young age, she's always loved singing. And when she does sing, she does bring people to tears because she's just an amazing little girl and she's just achieving so much.
You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear.
I love music so much. It makes me feel like happy to be singing with other people and that, and to be singing because it's my favourite thing to do.
Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
She's just like a light that enters the room. The kids absolutely adore her. She never gets nervous. She hears it once, it goes in, and she can, note for note, perfect pitch, sing the song. It's actually amazing. It really is.
Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring.
They really look after me, everybody that's in my singing group. And I just love being here because of all the singing and that. I feel all jumpy and happy. I feel like jumping up and down.
Voices singing, let's be jolly, the halls with boughs of holly.
She's come so far. She does have her struggles, but she comes through it. She gets through it. I'm very proud of her. Couldn't be any more proud of her.
Everything that she's been through and is going through, you would never ever know it. She's just this light. She just lights the room up like a Christmas tree when she comes in. She just gives you so much joy, don't you? Yeah.
Brilliant stuff, Ruby May. Fantastic. Right, the all-important Christmas weather now.
in full Christmas outfit.
I know, I love it.
Taking it to the extreme. Hello, good evening. Christmas weather, I'm afraid we're looking mild and we're looking windy, with scenes probably like this one. The coast in Lancashire, look at the waves. Now, it has been gusting around 40, 45 miles per hour, and for coastal parts at the minute, actually poor visibility. For Christmas, it's going to remain windy. It's going to be mild. In fact, potentially one of the mildest Christmas Eves we're looking at. There will be rain at times. Cold air will win out on Boxing Day, so it will turn colder and hopefully calmer in terms of the winds. You can see the isobars on the chart really tightly squeezed. This warm front is going to turn things cloudy, murky, dank for tomorrow, and then a cold front tomorrow night will introduce some heavier rain. So we've still got showers out and about at the minute. Some of them are heavy. As we go overnight tonight, many of us will become dry for a time, but further showers are likely to push in during the early hours. It's still going to be windy. Temperatures 9, 10 degrees, so certainly not cold, but the wind strength will be about 40, 45 miles per hour. So it will be a blustery start to your day tomorrow once again. A lot of dry weather, but it will be cloudy. It'll be murky. It'll be quite a dank feeling day until later when we get the initial rain from that cold front. So some heavy downpours initially. It looks like 10 or 11 degrees. 11 is 52 in Fahrenheit. It won't feel like that given those strong and gusty winds, which will actually pep up a bit as we go through Christmas Eve. Now, through Christmas Eve, we're looking at showers again. There could be some heavier spells of rain. We could see it brightening up with some sunny spells into the afternoon, still further showers, but look at the temperatures, 13, possibly 14 degrees. Just bear in mind the strength of the wind, particularly for Pennine routes. Keep an eye on the forecast. And then it is going to turn cooler as we go through Boxing Day.
Oh, come on over with your lovely glittery pants.
Thank you.
This is our last full programme now, until 2024.
I don't know where the time has gone.
I know, it's absolutely incredible.
Honestly. We're going to leave you, though, tonight with some beautiful and very Christmassy music from Foden's brass band, one of the leading brass bands in the world, and currently double national championships of Great Britain.
This is them performing at Congleton Town Hall, and it seems the perfect way to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.